What's going on, guys? This is Clark Knives here, back with another YouTube video, and it's been quite a while. I hadn't made one of these in quite a while, probably about three or 4 months now. And I got a knife. I got this knife. I hadn't really been too crazy about making a video, but I had some free time on me today, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make a decent little YouTube video and show this thing off. I don't think there's very many of them on YouTube right now, to be honest with you. So I know sometimes you like to get on YouTube, look at a knife, and maybe see an in-depth review and kind of decide whether or not you want to get that knife or not. So maybe this will help persuade you. But anyways, I've had this knife for about 3 to 4 weeks now, and I've did a little bit of bare bones carrying in the pocket and carried it in a slip. But now I'm carrying a bare pocket again. Usually whenever I go to work, I'll put it in a slip, but on my days off, I'll carry it just by itself because I get a lot of dust and all kinds of crap in my pockets. Dirt, dust, sawdust, whatever in my pockets, and I get tired of cleaning those pivots out all the time. So just take a precaution by putting it in the slip and keeping those pivots clean while I'm at work. But anyways, I'm gonna show you all the tube. This is a Great Eastern Cutlery. It says Titty Cutler on the tube, but this is made by Great Eastern Cutlery. This is just their Titty trim. And here's the cap. It is 541225. So that's 54 is the pattern number. 1 is the main blade style, 2 is the amount of blades, and then 25 is when it was made. And this is called spring pasture acrylic. And I don't know if this thing comes with a pin or not. Yeah, it does. I don't know what else is in there. I did get this secondhand, but it was brand new, and the guy didn't like. Oh, nice little paper towel, I guess, or toilet paper. Here's your little Zen pouch. Ain't that so nice? Whenever you buy a knife, you get a little Zen to go with it. But no, actually, don't put that in your mouth. I'm just kidding. And then your wax paper that the knife comes in, and all that good stuff. I think we can all agree on. I want to point this out real quick before we get too far. Whenever these knives come in and they are brand new and you pull them right out of the tube, I don't think there's a better smell than a brand new GEC knife. Put it to your nose and give that thing a sniff, and it smells, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but a Great Eastern Cutlery brand new knife smells amazing. Let's see here. Titty Jumbo Stock Pin Jack Cutlery, or Titty Cutlery Jumbo Stock Pin Jack. You get the deal. But anyways, that's all that stuff. Pretty decent little tube art going on. You got the cows and the fence, jumbo stock pin, handcrafted in Titusville, Pennsylvania. Your blade steel, and their address, of course. I don't think this was a store knife or anything like that, so we won't get into that. But anyways, into the knife. So as you can see, I can show you a couple things that was wrong with this knife whenever I first got it. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed with some of these because the pulls and the closing was kind of weak. But right off the bat, I kind of noticed a couple divots missing in the acrylic, but I don't really care about that. No big deal. Like I said, I throw this thing in the pocket and use it. I use this knife. I don't baby any of them or nothing like that. But yeah, was a couple little pin marks there, and I did really have to flush this pin blade. You can hear it's not just crazy. It's kind of weak on the snap and the pull and everything like that, but I mean it's not nothing that's gonna just kill me. I like it. It don't bother me at all. But I'll show you a little bit of the knife since it's been riding in my pocket, if it'll focus. there you go. You get all kinds of scratches and dings, and the acrylic's getting kind of scratched up. Same with the bolsters. And then there is no back spring teener just yet. But main blade, it's pretty snappy. I wouldn't say it's just a fingernail breaker or anything like that, but it's pretty good. This knife really suits my needs. I mean, I'm not too picky when it comes to stuff like this. I definitely don't want it to be just outrageously bad, but none of this stuff bothers me at all. So let me just go ahead and show y'all size. Let's see here. You got 5 inches. All right, listen, I'm going crazy again. This happens every single time I do a YouTube video. Hang on. Let's see here. It is pretty much 4 inches long. I knew this knife wasn't 5 inches. It is pretty much 4 inches long though. I think these are like 3, and they're really close to 4 inches. But my board's also backwards. As you can see up there, it's upside down. And then as far as blade length, you have got about a 2 3/4 cutting edge, and then you've got a 3-inch blade. So there you go. I'll put that on there for you so you can kind of tell. 2 3/4 inch cutting edge, and then about a 3-inch long blade. So pretty big knife blade. This thing will fill up your whole hand, and then you've got a really good big blade to work with there. Actually, from carrying this thing for, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks, I picked up my 44 again, and I held it in my hand just to make sure, it wasn't rusting or anything from being put up. And I opened it, and I was like, dang, this thing is small. So this will make you feel like all your other knives are small, because this thing's got some pretty good size to it. But I really enjoy it. I've had a 54 before. I probably got some YouTube videos on it, but it was a moose pattern. It had the same main blade, which is the clip point, and then on the other side it had a spear point full-size blade. I did like that knife. I loved the clip point and the covers, but I wasn't a big fan of the moose. I don't know why, it just didn't really click with me. So anyways, I do have a pretty good patina going on here. I didn't have any of these oil spills until actually today. I cut up some ham for my white beans that I'm cooking. I'm cooking ham and beans tonight, so I had to cut up a little bit of ham. But anyways, good teener, all that good stuff. And then with your pin blade here, of course you can see the 5412225 carbon. And then on the other side, on the big blade, it says Great Eastern Cutlery, Titusville, Pennsylvania. And then Tidiute Cutlery, which is just the trim. They've got a Northfield and a Tidiute trim. But let's see here. We have about 2.5 inch cutting length, whichever way you want to look at it, about 2.5 up into this little choil here. And then we have about a 2 3/4 inch long blade. So it is not just super crazy. It is a big pin blade, I will give it that. This is a very large pin blade. It's actually bigger than my 44. I think I almost would have liked it if they would have made this just kind of like a mini spear and added some more meat to it. I probably would have liked that quite a bit. But I still like this. It looks pretty good. It looks a little off with the whole knife. It looks kind of small on the platform, but I don't know. I end up enjoying it. I've used this pin blade a pretty decent amount. I actually used this knife here to carve this little spatula. It's just rough right now. I've got to go through and sand it and make it look a lot better. But yeah, I carved this bad boy with this knife and my little scoop here, just scooping it out that way. But yeah, so I don't know, this big knife feels pretty good in the hands whenever you're whittling. I've gave it a good bit of use to really kind of feel how I liked this thing, and I gotta say, I do like this knife. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. This is my first acrylic knife from Great Eastern Cutlery, and they did a pretty good job. The spring pasture acrylic looks good. I'm a pretty big green fan. I've got a John Deere knife and I don't know if I've got any other green knives, but I'm a big John Deere fan, so the whole green aesthetic is pretty neat. But yeah, as far as that goes, that is the knife. That is the knife, the whole knife, and nothing but the knife. But I know this video is kind of not just the greatest. I just wanted to get on here and kind of show off this knife, that way people could see it. I don't know. I've kind of gotten out of my whole YouTuber kind of thing, just from being away from so long. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all next time. I ain't going to end it yet. Let me know what kind of video y'all want to see. If there's a specific video y'all want to see, let me know down in the comments. Give me some ideas so I can put out some more content, because I've kind of ran out of whole ideas and I don't really know what to do. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Peace.